If you're one of those guys that uses the same razor length for every part of his face, then you need to watch this video right gosh darn now.
Hey you, I'm celebrity menswear stylist Ashley Weston, and here are 6 facial hair mistakes that men make and women hate. Also, be sure to watch until the end because I've included a bonus tip that might just save your relationship. Okay, so let's get this first one out of the way. And be sure to have some shaving balm at the ready because this might sting a little. Ready? Okay, here goes. Only a small minority of men can really pull off a full mustache. Now, there's no denying it, on the right face shape, with the right level of styling and maintenance, a mustache can definitely look super attractive on a guy. However, not every man has the God-given facial features of stash-sporting sex symbols like Burt Reynolds, Tom Selleck, and Ned Flanders. Now, if you're dead set on giving the mo a go, then I have 2 pieces of advice. First of all, make sure you grow it out as part of a full beard over the course of about 4 weeks. Growing a soup strainer by itself is never a good look, trust me. Secondly, once your new nose neighbor has been styled in a way the way you like, make sure that you get advice from a brutally honest friend or partner on whether it looks good or not. If they're not a fan, then shave off the stash as soon as possible. Otherwise, you might end up on a government watch list. Okay, so my next facial hair mistake is another look that so many guys think they can pull off when really it should just be reserved for X-Men, steampunks, and ska band members. It's aggressive sideburns. Allowing your sideburns to grow dangerously long or bushy while remaining clean shaven on your lips, cheeks, and chin can ruin a perfectly good haircut and leads to an aesthetic that just looks plain wrong 99 times out of 100. So, make sure that you allow your sideburns to grow down to a reasonable length, at least past the halfway point of your ear before carefully blending them into your stubble or cutting them off. Also, if you are going clean shaven, then remember not to go too short with the burns either, or else it's gonna look like you've lost control trying to even them out. Finally, and this might be the most important point, make sure that they look natural in terms of width and length. Mutton chops will make you look like a Victorian policeman, and a chin strap will just make you look like you're auditioning for a Limp Bizkit, and a sculpted shape just shows that you have way too much time on your hands. Isn't that right, Starburns?
My name's Alex, dude.
Sure it is.
Bonjour! I'm in Paris right now with my sister. Bonjour! And one thing I've noticed is that these stylish Frenchmen really seem to have their facial hair in check. And if you're looking to step up your grooming game and really look your best, look no further than the Beardscape trimmer from the sponsor of this video, Brio. Featuring an extremely powerful motor, the Beardscape has an adjustable ceramic blade that makes it so much more versatile than other grooming tools on the market. The guards have a range of up to 18 millimeters, meaning that you can use it to keep your body hair in check and even give yourself at-home haircut. There is even a second blade option for shorter trims, perfect for keeping your cheek and neck lines looking clean and defined. Also, it features a travel lock, an ergonomic grip, and a handy screen that lets you know the blade position, trimmer speed, and how much battery life is left. Speaking of which, did I mention the ridiculously long battery life on this thing? Even with regular use, you'll only have to charge it a few times a year, meaning cheaper electric bills and no more mid-shave power outages. And as if that wasn't enough, the Beardscape also comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee, a 2-year warranty, and extremely responsive customer support team ready to answer any questions you might have. Brio is offering my viewers an exclusive discount, and when you use the link provided in the description box, you'll also receive one of their Zero blades for absolutely free. Magnifique! Thanks again to Brio for sponsoring this video, and now back to our list of the worst men's facial hair mistakes.
Next, we have a facial hair mistake that I like to refer to as the homeless Mel Gibson. Basically, it's when you make the decision not to trim your beard, burns, or mustache at all, and grow them all out so that your face looks like the backyard of an old haunted house. This is a prime example of how the au naturel look practically never works when it comes to men's grooming. It just looks gross. It looks dirty, and I actually have a few disillusioned guy friends who've tried it out with a 0% success rate. So, contrary to what you might think, your beard and mustache require as much upkeep as your hair does, and by keeping your facial hair in check, you're basically sending a message to the world that you have some self-respect and that you care about your appearance. Trust me, it's a much better look than an unemployed Viking. However, when I say keeping your facial hair in check, I do not mean making the next mistake on my list, and that is going for the same beard length for every part of your face. Guys, this is such a rookie mistake that I see so many guys making, and it ultimately makes you look like you don't know what you're doing. And that's not true. I mean, you wouldn't trim every part of your head hair to the same length, right? Right? As every guy's face shape and beard style is different, there is no one-size-fits-all rule for this, but basically, you should be using the different lengths on your grooming tool for the different areas of your face and blending between them. Also, while we're on the subject, make sure that you're not trimming too high on your neckline or too low on your cheek line. So with your neckline, you want a clean line between your Adam's apple and chin, but don't make this line too high, as though it might look okay from the front, from the side, it can look pretty bad. Now, with the cheek line, you can go for a straight or curved line from your ear to your nose, but you always want this line to be as high as possible without looking unkempt. So the easiest way to do this is to hold up a comb from your ear to your nose, which will give you an indication of your do not trim line. Okay, so you've picked a flattering facial hairstyle and have expertly trimmed each area to the appropriate length. Guess you're done, right? Wrong. So this brings me to the next mistake that I see so many guys making, which is not using products to keep their beard and stash looking good. So if you are growing or have already grown some impressive facial fur, then you definitely want to invest in the right products to keep it both looking and feeling good. So the reason why is that as your beard grows, the skin underneath struggles to produce as much oil as it normally would. So this ultimately dries both your beard and the skin, leading to irritation, itchiness, and the dreaded beard dandruff. However, before you reach for your bar soap or body wash, you gotta understand that these are not supposed to be used above your neckline. Instead, you should go for a beard balm or beard oil if you have a longer or fuller beard, and a good facial moisturizer, as you wanna be tackling both the skin and hair. So my best piece of advice is to ask your barber what products you should be using to keep your facial fur looking clean, healthy, and stylish. Now, like it or not, your mustache and beard are not your only facial hair, and the next mistake that I see so many guys making is ignoring the other hair areas on their face. So let's start up top with a gentle reminder that it's eyebrows, not eyebrow. Untamed, bushy, and worst of all, connecting eyebrows are a major turnoff for women, and you definitely want to keep those suckers in check, looking both clean and symmetrical. This should always be done using tweezers, as using a razor to clean up your eyebrows will only result in thicker hair growing back and can also lead to easily preventable accidents. Tweezing is a necessary, sometimes painful evil, but before you even think about complaining, take it from a woman, you have no idea. However, tweezing nose or ear hair could easily be considered a form of torture, and I definitely recommend investing in a specific tool to clean up those specific areas. Also, while we're at it, make sure you keep the back of your neck looking clean, as forgetting to do so is never a good look. And as promised, here's a bonus piece of advice that, if adhered to, will lead to less frustration for the people you live with. Clean up after your shave, please. Guys, I cannot stress how gross it is for a girl to go into the bathroom only to discover that the sink, mirror, and floor are covered with little hairs from her man's face, neck, and God knows where else. This is not only nasty, but it can also clog the drain, which can lead to major, not to mention expensive, plumbing issues down the line. So to prevent this, I'd recommend using a bowl of water instead of the sink to rinse your razor, and once you're done, gently pour the bowl out down the drain, avoiding the edges of the sink. This simple move will lead to a cleaner bathroom and a happier living situation for all involved. You're welcome in advance. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. See you all in the next one. Bye.